y'all, it's Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and today I am back with another Scraps to Embellishment video for Ginger's Corner. Sign up start tomorrow, and I will post the links for that below. This week's theme is 4-leaf clover, and it did not necessarily have to have a clover on it. It just had to have something with leaves on it. So, I didn't read that part till later. I just went by the title. But even when I got looking back, these aren't 4-leaf clovers. But this is going to be a little bit more in-depth of a saga on this embellishment, because I used a cut file that I got for free from Treasure Box Designs. And I just went through because I was combining it with this swap, which I make 16 pieces for each week. And then for 4 teams. And then I was also combining it with another swap group that I'm in. And of course, I always make the extras to give away to y'all. So I ended up making 28 pieces. So I just loaded it up in the Cricut, went through, cut all the pieces out. I'm working on putting all of it together. And I was about 12 hours into it, literally. I had worked on it pretty much almost 12 hours straight. I took maybe 30 minutes away from it just to go grab something to eat. And so around midnight, well, last night now, I'm filming this on Friday. Y'all are going to see this on Saturday, if you watch it the day it posts. It was midnight, and I was to the last layer of putting this on, and I lined my letters up, just like you see here, to spell out the word, and then I'm gluing them on, because I assembly line them, to put them together, and I realized these aren't matching up. These letters aren't matching up. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I'm going crazy. I mean, I was extremely tired. But I was like, okay, maybe I'm going crazy, and I misspelled it, and this is how it's supposed to be spelled. So then I Googled the word lucky. And of course, I was right on how it was supposed to be spelled. And I'm like, are you serious? I just got all these cut out, pretty much assembled, other than these pieces, because I laid them aside, because I always make one with you guys, just to find it was misspelled. And I was like, okay, I've already used the good cardstock, because I used my glitter cardstock and my good textured basil cardstock and all that. And I'm like, I am not just trashing these after I've literally worked on them for 12 hours. So I had to be creative and come up with a fix. So this is just to tell you, and I did post on Ginger's group. Some of y'all responded back and said you would just send it as is with it misspelled, but I can't do that. And then some of y'all, you know, were very honest, and I appreciate that, because I was totally like, be honest, would you like to receive this? Does this look too messy? And some of y'all pretty much said yeah. So then I just left it. After working on it for 14 hours yesterday, I just went to bed, called it a night. I got up this morning and was trying to figure out a creative, you know, way to fix it and make it still look okay. So I ended up cutting out 2 more shamrocks per title and added them after I did a little bit of surgery, and this is what turned out. Now, I don't know if y'all can tell. I don't know if y'all think it still looks terrible. But I am particular when it comes to the things that I make, and I want them to look good for me personally. So if I don't feel like it's my best or that it looks good, I will not send it. I would just do something else. But to me, these are satisfactory. I would use this on one of my pages. So I am going to send them. after me doing surgery, they did not end up flat. So if it costs an extra stamp for me to mail back the people on my teams, I'll totally, cover that myself. But I am going to send these out. So, I just wanted to show you. Mistakes happen all the time. And y'all did also comment on there that they fixed it on the website. But apparently I missed that. And they did another one. But when I went and searched on their website, I cannot find this file at all. Not a corrected one and not the bad one. So, I don't know what happened. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. But, you can work around some mistakes when things happen and go wrong. That's the great part about being creative, right? So, enough of me talking and telling my saga. So, I just wanted to say that if you get these, I hope you still enjoy them, and I hope you appreciate them, because by the time I went back through and fixed all of them and did surgery on them, I literally had 23 hours, literal hours in making these, creating them and fixing them, so that they were usable. So, lots of my time and half of my tears went into them because I was very frustrated. Okay, so I'm just going to start building, and pretty much it's just layers, and this is how it cuts it out in layers. So you have your base layer, and then you have the next layer, and you have to put them on in order so that your rainbow is correct. On the cut file, they had this one marked as green also, a darker green, but I didn't want that much green on there. So that's why yellow is at the end when it should be up here. So it is what it is. Like I said, they had already been cut. This was my last layer other than this one to cut, and I didn't want it to, I actually did cut it all out in green. Before I realized it was just another layer to the rainbow, and then I was like, okay, so I have a whole page of green cutouts that will probably get trashed in the good cardstock, but I'm willing to sacrifice one sheet versus all these other sheets I used. So, pretty much you're just going to glue on each layer, and even though this is misspelled and wrong, I'm going to go ahead and glue it, anyways, because I'm going to have to do surgery, and it is a lot easier to do surgery on it after it's all glued together. So, alright. That's the first layer. And this goes together pretty quick now that I've done 27 of them. This was number 28. And these are literally just building. So this ain't like, and I didn't know that it was going to cut the file like this. I thought it was going to be, just whatever letters, normally if you have like a, the ME in dark green, that's all it would cut. But no, it cut every single layer the exact same over and over. And pretty much you're building them so you have a pretty thick little piece that has, some depth to it whenever you're actually putting it together. Alright, so now, I didn't exactly do it like this whenever I fixed the other ones, because I had already glued everything down to the white base layer, so I had to literally chop all of it up. So I'm hoping by not having this one glued, it'll be a little bit easier to fix, but we will see in just a second. Okay, so I'm going to leave this off. I'm missing my letters. Hope I didn't throw them in the trash. Oh my goodness. It's okay if it stays yellow though. You're supposed to have some dark green ones that goes right over that. It's probably here on my table somewhere amidst everything else. Like I said, it's been a very stressful day trying to get everything fixed and filmed, and then I had internet issues and we had to go exchange the router, so hopefully this video will upload in a timely manner. Okay, anyways, there's supposed to be an M and an E that's in darker green that goes on here, like you can tell, like on this one. But if it stays yellow, it's okay too. It ain't gonna matter, it's still gonna match. Okay, so in order to change out these letters, pretty much I had to cut through here. And I guess if I'm going to have to leave these, I need to actually cut around them. On the other ones, when I had to fix them, I didn't do that. But since I don't have the dark green ones to cover up the boo-boo, we're going to be careful around it. Okay. So, we have this still intact. And then we have our letters. So then all of these have to be cut apart. Alright. So then we have all of that. Cut off this little extra piece on the K. Okay. So then we're going to glue this on. Like I said, I'm hoping it makes it a little bit easier. Might still have to do some trimming up because I didn't have the white base. I had to literally cut it up and then rig up the back of it. Okay, so we have that. And of course, these letters aren't going to match up exactly for what we have to change around. But we're going to do the best that we can. Okay. I tuck this down in underneath here and run this back a little bit. Okay, that does look a little bit better than my surgery I did on these. Okay, so then after I have this done, then I'm going to put these on. Okay, and then for the U, this little shamrock, well, it's not technically a shamrock, but it's actually not a clover either, but the word is evading me right this second of what it's actually called. Wood sorrel. There we go. It's technically wood sorrel if it has 3 petals, which is also still edible. Okay. And then this just goes on there. And this one has to be held for a second because it's a little bit bigger on that one side. Okay, so then, of course, on the other one, I had a lot of boo-boo to cover up where I had to cut the whole background. But pretty much what I ended up doing, that slid down, but it's okay. I took these extra clovers and then I pulled this one up and then I just glued this part down and I stuck it under here so that it could help hide all the cut apart that I had to do up there. You know, it just gets me. It really does, because normally I am on top of the spelling stuff in movies or anything. Whenever I see a word misspelled, I'm like, oh my gosh, they misspelled that word. And I don't know why. It never registered in my brain, y'all, that it was wrong. But it's fixed now. Okay, now like I said, on these I had to do some cutting, so I put another base to glue them back and build them onto, and then this caused a little bit of adding stuff on where I had to do surgery, where I had to cut this part out. I ended up just putting a piece of paper to hold it flat and make it flat. So you can see here's the embellishment after it's fixed, and then y'all know I just took my my white gel pen and went in and did all the little detail work that I usually do. And this one don't have the darker greens, but it's okay. It don't look super bad. And then the last thing that I did to doctor it up was I used my, oh my gosh, it just went out of my brain. This glitter pen, I can't remember what it's called. It's late right now, y'all. It's been a long day. It's like 11:30 p.m. right now. These are almost empty. Maybe I can get some out. But I just went over and painted over my rainbow just to make it glittery. Because, you know, rainbows and glitter and, you know, all that fun girly stuff. I love rainbows. Alright. So, pretty much, these are about empty. I had to order more. Stocking up. These are from Close to My Heart. Alright, so there is the embellishment. If you leave me a comment below, you'll be entered to win. I will do the drawing the last day of the month. I will post the list below for everyone who is playing along with the Scraps to Embellishment. There's one single playlist that you can go and look and see everyone and what they have created for the week. And I hope you guys will hang out with us again. And thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all. And until next time, woo, bye y'all.